Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Collector 623. It's your pal Eddie here for another video. In this video, I'm going to show you more movies that inspired the 80s slashers. Now, if you want to go over to part one of the movies that inspired 80s slashers, by all means, check it out. And the reason I did part two, because I left out some, I forgot to mention some that also had an inspiration on in the subgenre of slashers. And so there are only like five titles that I didn't mention on the first video. So yeah, let's show you these really quick other movies that inspired 80 slashers. This is from 1972. This is directed by the late great Lucio Fulci, and it's titled "Don't Torture a Duckling." It's an Italian film. Of course, it's English. It's dubbed in English. Yeah, this movie was very inspirational. This is about a reporter and a journalist who are trying to investigate a series of child murders in this in this small remote town. Yeah, Fulci, he's one of my favorite Italian directors, right behind Dario Argento. But yeah, this one was very also very inspirational. It's kind of like a giallo. It's kind of like a giallo film. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I have to give it another watch. But yeah, Don't Torture a Duckling from 1972. All right, from 1974, People Toys, but it was later released in 1976 under the title Devil Times Five. Yeah, basically this one is about these kids, these four kids who are they're like in a bus accident, and they're just like terrorizing this community where they try to take refuge. I mean, they kill a lot of the people there, and like wow, and you even have a young Leif Garrett in here. There's the original, the alternate artwork. I don't know if it's the original artwork, but it's yeah, this film is like, something about killer kids, man. Like wow, I mean that's that's kind of creepy, man. Seeing these kids committing these murders. I'm like, yeah. So yeah, this was another one that doesn't get really talked about, but I think it's really inspired the 80s slashers. So yeah, Double Times Five. And here in 1976, I'm sorry, 1978, we have Killer's Delight. This is another movie that doesn't really get mentioned, but I think it inspired a lot of the 80s slashers. Now this one is kind of like based on Ted Bundy. So if you're familiar with Ted Bundy, you're familiar with his crimes. It's about this killer who is killing all these women. Very yeah, it was inspired by Ted Bundy's true crime events. So it's a very good movie. I mean, this is another one that I haven't seen in a long while. But yeah, this one also inspired the subgenre, Killer's Delight. Yeah, 1978. Another one from 1978 is the Toolbox Murders. Yeah, this one, I think it was also inspired by Troy Vans. It's basically about this killer wearing a ski mask who kills four women in an apartment complex, and he uses these tools like a nail gun, a screwdriver, hammer. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, and I think I read it was inspired by Troy Vance as well. The first half of the movie, it's like has a lot of slasher elements, but the second half, it's like it just changes. It just changes more like a police procedural. They're like trying to investigate the crimes, and then like one of the victims is kidnapped, and he didn't kill her, and it's it's different. The whole second half is different. I like the first half is really intense, but so yeah, Two Box Murders, 1978. And the last one that I wanted to point out is from 1979, Silent Scream. Um, some sites have it released for 1980. Some sites have it for 1979. So if you know what's the correct date, let me know in the comment section. But I keep seeing 1979 more, so I'm like, okay, 1979. So it's kind of like more like an inspirational to the 80s slasher subgenre. This is a pretty good film. It's about these college students who go to this old house, and they take the rooms in this old house where a murder that it's unsolved was committed years earlier, and I think the killer is still on the loose or something like that. Yeah, I think this one's out of print. So this is by Scorpion Releasing. Um, yeah, Silent Scream, 1979. So yeah, there you have it. I mean, I think these films were also very inspired the 80s slashers. Now, again, if you want to check out the other video, go to Movies That Inspired 80s Slashers Part 1, because I show you a lot more, and this is the ones that I forgot to mention. um I am gonna work on a 80 slasher collection video that I've been trying to. I know I've been mentioning it, but it's just taking time for me to figure this out, because I don't know if I'm gonna do it by year, 1980 and 81, or do it by boutique labels. So I don't know, but I gotta also do research and what year that what movie came out on. I know some of them, but I know that some of them have different dates. Like some of them were released like in '83, and then they were re-released in '86, and some of the were released in another country, first, and all that stuff. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for more upcoming videos. And hopefully soon I'll get that 80s slasher collection video going. Thanks, guys. See ya.